Okay, I'm gonna get a new memory card this weekend, and yeah, I just woke up about an hour ago, kind of. I slept halfway through the night, drinking tea right now, and this is Una. She is a sweet, sweet kitty. We wake up every morning and just do a whole video of little kitty here. So yeah, I guess I'm one of the dark side doomers. I don't really think humans are worth saving. And this whole message that like only love remains, but meanwhile you don't allow comments. And look, I mean, you can educate people or not. Like they either want to take this information or they don't, you know. And you can't change that. They can think whatever they think, but I helped convince a few people about reality because politicians and everyone else aren't telling the truth. Why would they tell the truth? Because it would cause mass panic. I know. Evidently, the Club of Rome came out and said that we would be on track for like environmental disasters and mass panic and global famine by 2020. Yeah, crops are failing worldwide, so we're more or less on track. And then there's that MIT study that came out, which was based off overshoot, or came to the conclusion of overshoot, and it's found that we would start experiencing civilizational collapse and or rapid decline by 2040. Now that's been updated and it looks like we're headed for 2030, which is right on par with everything else I'm reading out there on the internet and the world and fact checking. We're just not capable of critical thinking. We never have been. We never were taught that in schools for decades.
But the people are retarded.
To go cross-reference information and do your own double checking on what is actually accurate and what is true. So what else is there to say? We're a bunch of dummies eating trash food, which has lowered our IQ, and being propaganda and brainwashed for decades. But on a bright note, it's Thursday morning, I'm healthy, and it is already hot. I need to run some errands and do life stuff, but I wanted to talk about having an Oriental girlfriend for 5 seconds for the first time for me. What a huge difference from predominantly Caucasian women I've been dating and getting romantically involved with in my life, along with the usual tropes of being needy, high maintenance, argumentative, debatable, you name it. They are also, on top of all these things, neurotic, damaged usually, and not willing to admit their problems, or if they feel lost, or just being honest with themselves. And they are also being programmed by being halfway integrated into technology like this. And so you got to deal with their moods, their social spheres, in terms of like technologically, the cell phone and stuff. Like they're lost cases, most of them. Like if you found a really attractive Caucasian American woman who's not high maintenance, who doesn't judge and want to compete with you and argue and constantly hold things as a grudge against you, then congratulations, you struck a gold mine. I mean, 1 out of 1,000,000. But I highly doubt, in my experience, look, I've been on the dating apps, I've been a normal guy, and most of the women my age just go for men that are older and already successful and have money. So we get shit out of the game, okay? And I don't even get to the point where would have gotten to the point where I'm like successful and making tons of money. Or you found someone great and then you get married and have kids, and virtually everyone's been through a divorce at this point and have had one or multiple kids. Yeah, the dating atmosphere, girlfriend, boyfriend, let me just say, growing up with like Happy Days and fond, watching, televised examples of what romanticism or romantic world was like, and then actually living through it as an adult, I could tell you firsthand, as a reasonably okay looking male in America who makes a regular wage, that it is shit fuck out of luck. Game over. You will never meet a decent, legitimate woman who's honest, wants to communicate, is real with herself and others. Like, you just won't. It's partly their fault, partly their parents for how they raised him, partly this culture, the technology available, what's transformed our world, transforming them. And yeah, what do you say? It's normies. Look, maybe you found a loyal, loving woman. Congratulations. I only knew like a handful of them that came out of high school. Maybe 4 or 5 that I could say, wow, that's a really good woman. You know, I would, in an alternate life, I would have had a family with her and had, all going according to plan. If she was loving and loyal, it would have been great. But boy, that's a rare shot. It's not this happy-go-lucky, the mating game. It's silly even talking about it in light of collapse, but I felt I had to mention it. You really only get a few times in your 20s. Anyways, I'm vlogging. I'll go get a new memory card this weekend. If you think we're on track for a global economic collapse by 2030, then say so in the comments. How are we going to keep pumping out iPhones and new laptops and cars every single year from now until 2030? How? For the whole world. When we're already in overshoot. See, I just don't get the logic of some people. And yeah, maybe some of you don't have as much information as I do. Well, maybe you should go read up on it and actually do your own homework. Not listen to a lot of the politicians. Which, by the way, as long as we keep politicizing red, blue, Democrat, Republican winning states, none of this means hoopla bullshit. We're fighting nature and we already lost. Okay, happy Friday Eve. I'll chat with you soon. Bye.